Alright, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys having a good one. I'm just finished setting up, bringing up the chat, and there we go. Alright. Hopefully you guys having a good one. Gonna be doing another Springfield season. I mean, it's kind of crazy, just how everything's been going. Yeah, if you're just jumping in, hopefully you guys enjoy my stream. Appreciate everyone stopping by. So, what do you guys think of the season so far? You guys liking it? Not liking it? Tons of glitches this season. Yeah, I think it was the first official day that I was able to play. Actually able to play for like a while without, being kicked out or the servers being down or whatever. There was like 3 glitches that we had, so that's pretty crazy. One of the glitches I haven't seen anyone else do. I mean, some people did comment on my video saying that they've had the glitch, and all they had to do is just mantle a couple of times again in order to disable it. Me, I did all that. Even went gliding by going to the tire fire, being hit by a car, going inside a car, exiting it. Didn't do anything. So pretty much until the match was over, that glitch was still going. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how today goes. So I'm doing a little bit of a later stream than usual. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy seeing how all this goes. But yeah, the battle pass is pretty decent this season. I know that on the 8th, which is 4 days from now, load into OG November 8th before 2 p.m. ET to experience the dimension warping effects of the butterfly. I believe I was playing, I think it was maybe like a year after this happened. So they originally had this, and it was about a year after they had the butterfly, and yeah. So I'll probably try to jump in and try to experience that. I know that there's Simpsons and Brick Life. Might even try to go and see some of that. So let's load into that real quick. I know that there's still definitely a lot of issues with a lot of the stuff. Might actually have to go to here. Actually click on it. And then if you go to the quests, and then you have to do the Simpsons bonus goals. So you get all this. So I might actually be doing that today, just so I can get that. Jason, welcome. Yeah, I mean, hey. Welcome in, appreciate the view. Interesting, okay. But hey, appreciate the views, stay for a while. You'll bring my video up a little bit higher, keep on commenting, I appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Let's check it out. Show the item shop, the collector. Yo, this is wild. Brick Bay. Yo. Ain't no way, dude. That could be taken in so many wrong ways on that one. That's crazy. Alright, welcome home to the Brick Bay. Our city is founded on fun, friends, and good vibes. You'll fit right in. Find your dream job and progress your career to earn creds and unlock new items. Get creative and decorate your home however you want. Show it off to other citizens to get their reactions. Make friends in the text chat and enjoy your life in Brick Bay. I'll see you in the city. Alright. Alright, and then what? Artist, lofts, apartments, decor. Okay. You can refuse visitors, unclaimed loot, and... Alright. Alright. What is this, like a mansion? Alright, so you got phone. I'm pressing tab. There we go. A gardener, personal trainer, Simpsons, family friend, Angler, bobo milk tea, cat cafe barista, dim sum chef, Durburger cook. Alright. Start your interview with beef boss at Durburger. Okay. Now that is a starter home, I think Maisie sent you a gift. Let's see, hideaway lofts. Alright, appreciate you stopping in, Jason. Why don't you stay for a while? Give me some more views. Yeah, I'll try to show the item shop maybe towards the end of it. Usually when I jump into a match, I don't really exit out until after. Then we open. How do you open it? Okay, you wave. What does that do? No, that's not opening it. Use the elevator. Give hand. Oh, that's not open at all. Yes. Alright, that's not cool. So you got a phone. Pulls out an actual phone. P for XP. Okay. Earn psychic points with any peels. Okay, what just happened? That literally just glitched me out. Now everything's like reversed. Okay. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't say how to use the elevator. Huh. It just says use elevator. It's probably somewhere in the settings. And it is kind of funny how, like, gamer guy was like, oh, so when are you gonna play Lego again? I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna play it again. And here I am playing it. I think it might be in controls, communication units, vehicles, octane. Yeah, I don't have the patience for this right now. Close. Kind of feel like I would have to use the controller to actually get this to work, which is just crazy because I wasn't trying to use the controller. I know I have it here somewhere. Here it is. Just plug it in. And it should just be able to work. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so on the keyboard and mouse, it's not necessarily... It's not set up, I guess. But now I feel like all the audio is just coming out of just out of my controller. Nah, I guess it's good. It's all good. Alright, let's see. Where is Burger? I'm gonna try to... Is this it right here? Alright. I'm gonna make sure that that's... actually... Alright, cool. Alright, so I go back in here. And I talked to probably him, right? Krusty Burger is starting to win me over. Alright, let's chat. Is this Burger? Should be, right? Take as many as you want. Fwa, fwa. task board. Yeah, it's just like it's not really showing you any of the actual tasks you need to do. I mean, this is Durburger right here. But who you talk to? You ready to flip, sizzle, and salt your way to glory? First, let's see if you can handle the heat. How about you show me by cooking some fries? Okay. Yada yada yada. So you go here. Is this it? Oh, that's not gonna be it. We need fries, but I don't see any options for fries. Need higher job level. Okay, so where do you even go to fry the food? Okay. And then where do you take it? Okay, and then where do you put it? Where do you go, dude? Make some food. New recipe collected. Yo, Kaden, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I'm just trying to get all this stuff done. Taking a little bit of a break to kind of ease myself a little bit. Doing a lot of Battle Royale can kind of take its toll. And then I think tomorrow I'll do some Arc Raiders. Even though it is kind of chaotic in Arc Raiders. I did reach level 20. Learning more and more as the days go on. Alright. Go to the phone. Messages. Special event starts in 20 seconds. Get ready to kick. I have no idea where that's at. So you go to map. Garden. I would have no idea where to go. It could literally be anywhere. Let's see something. And I think it might be based off of like the amount of points or XP that you end up getting. Because you get a banner icon. Yo, I appreciate it, Davis. Appreciate you showing the support. Yeah, so Hungry Homer's Helper. Yeah, so you got to do all these. You have 3 weeks to do it. So I guess I just kind of show a little bit what you have to do. I mean, this is just like if you play Lego, if you want to end up getting all this stuff. Bart's General. Lisa's Burger Substitutes. Yeah, so earn limited time decor bundles while ranking up in The Simpsons Family Friend Job. Every 2 levels, you'll unlock themed room collections from Bart's bedroom to a living room set where you can act out couch gags on your own. Reach maximum level to earn a guided build of the entire Simpsons family house. Okay. So a lot of these will be locked. And I'm kind of just showcasing like some of the stuff you'll have to do. So they do have daily stuff. And let's see. It's not really showing you exactly what you have to do. I think once it unlocks in like 7 more days, it'll be easier to kind of showcase a lot of this stuff. There appears to be an error processing your rewards. Of course there is. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, so I think I was just gonna showcase that for a quick sec, and then I'll go back to playing some regular stuff. Once you've earned enough by doing some odd jobs, open your phone and shop the hottest forms of transportation from hoverboards to cars. Yeah, so I mean, Brick Life is definitely lacking in some like descriptive stuff of what you have to do. It's not really showing you what you have to do. Burger Battlegrounds. I'm guessing you have to go to where they had all those food trucks. So I think that's probably exactly what you would have to do. So I'll go back in and then kind of just see what's going on with it. I kind of like how like when you have a gaming specific PC, they basically enable, so like all you have to do is just let's see. All you have to do is just really just plug in your controller and you could just play it. Before you used to have to download software for it, but now you don't even have to worry about that. Let's see. Take, and take. Okay. And then I guess got messages. Yada yada yada. Decorates. And you can just decorate wherever you want. I'm just trying to get this out of the way. So I'll just put most of it in here. Ah, okay. So, decorate. Let's see. Okay. You literally just take everything and just put it wherever. This basically just helps you get all the points that you need. And you could shop decor. I have like 4,000. I think you have to just pick one thing. It is kind of funny. You're not like a high-rise type of thing. Alright, let's see. So this is where the soccer stadium is. 20 seconds. Yeah, so I mean, stuff like this is relatively easy. You just get points off of it. I'll do it for about a minute. And I think I might end up doing like a battle royale towards like the end of it. So if you guys want to join, by all means, join in. Yeah, because I did battle royale and all that stuff for about a full month. Kind of takes its toll. Yeah. There we go. 17 more seconds. I could probably get about like 3 more goals off of that. Or maybe just 2. I'll just wait it out. What a baller. Okay. Trending job alerts, blah, 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 blah. Just a whole bunch of nonsense. Cash. And then I gotta go to the food truck area. You got Durburger, and then there was a food truck area over here. I guess this is where knock your opponents out, block opponents' attacks, and use your sprint to jump. Prepare for punches and burger boxes. Da, 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 da. Match canceled, of course. There's not enough people playing this in order to do stuff like that. I'm the dude with food. Drop your lunches and prepare for punches. Yeah. It's all for this. For the Krusty Krab. Something about that beef boss reminds me of Little Ralphie. There's no escape from the long arm of the law unless you run really fast. But I suppose that's why many law enforcement officers have two arms. Okay. Drop your lunches. Yep. Same old stuff. Open the decor app and order a bed. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they just show like a whole bunch of stuff and like it doesn't really help you with anything. Alright, so gotta go here. I think I have to go back up. And I think it's the 4th floor. No, it's not. That's another player, it seems. I think I'm on the 3rd. Wow. So this is how someone else's looks, huh? You gotta order decor, right? And you can't put it on someone else's. Decor shop. And maybe I'm floor 2? Yeah. Okay. I have a car, a vehicle app, and call a vehicle to start exploring. Alright, let's see here. Okay, wow. There we go. Alright, and then, yeah, I guess the Wi-Fi is a little bad right now. It's the servers, because my Wi-Fi is doing fine. It's definitely the servers, which is just crazy, honestly. I mean, I'm looking at my actual video. I'm actually not dropping any frames, anything like that, so it is pretty crazy. I can call a vehicle. Not that you're moved. And you can drift the cars in here. There you go. Boards squawk over the harmonious. Alright, where's that at? I don't even see it. Ah, okay. This right here. And so... there we go. Where's the marker at, though? I'm thinking it's this way, but I'm not even sure. Yeah, you can't. They want to make sure that you can't do that. Alright, so I went further away from it. Even further. Yeah, so it's got to be around here. There's the ping. Oh, it's blocked off. Can't even get to it. I was supposed to do it if you can't get to it. There's a race starting outside. Okay. Hey, yo, that's my car. What are you doing? Alright, you're my Uber driver. Alright, so this is how you check the task board. Talk to Homer. I feel like upgrading. So talking to Homer, he is all the way over here. How do you even get up there? Oh, okay. I mean, why would Homer be all the way up here? You know what I'm saying? Like, they really want you to travel. Like, where is Homer at then? Right? No, I guess that's not. Where is Homer? Is probably, well, the Simpsons house is there. Is it at the power plant or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, Homer's dad. Homer Festival. I don't even see Homer anywhere. Talk to Homer, but he's not here. Okay. See notifications. Yo, you could drive these? Ah, that's crazy. Hey, yo, come on, man. That's my truck. Krusty Burger. I guess they don't allow you to really take it anywhere. Yeah, they don't allow you to take it anywhere. That's pretty funny though. You could actually use it for a little bit. Alright. Alright, well. Through from Springfield, and we need to show them some good old-fashioned Brick Bay hospitality. Okay, so I have to go to the family's house is what I need to do. There's Homer. Yo. Let's chat. People are kinda like cities. And absolutely packed full of Durr burgers, or maybe that's just me. End shift. Okay, so Harmonious Hall. Well, I won the match, so. Yeah, boy, let's go. Okay, now it just glitched out. Oh, that just doesn't make any sense. Let's go to our respective corners. Drop your lunches and prepare for punches. Yada yada, all that stuff. Alright, task list. I did. Stop by through Springfield, yada yada, talk to Krusty. Alright, now where is Krusty at? There's Krusty. Yeah, see, the ping doesn't show up again. Shows Homer. Alright, Krusty's over here. If I can find him. Now he's over here. Yo. Alright, let's chat. I don't sell the Krusty Rib Witch anymore. Stop asking. But between you and me, I know a guy who knows a guy who might be able to get you one from last decade. And still exactly as fresh. Okay. Talk to Homer. Okay. So is Homer the guy? I feel like Homer's the guy then. I'd like a job. Stupid Krusty and Stupid Beef Boss won't give me any more burgers because they don't want to be held ethically responsible for what will happen to my body. Okay, so, like, what just happened? Talk to Krusty. Who is it wants, what's it now? Oh, a burger? Yeah, we have those. We even have a condiment that some could argue is very close to ketchup. Unrelated, I've noticed Brick Bay doesn't have a health inspector. I see a bright future for Krusty Burger here. Grab one from a Krusty Burger truck. If you can't find a clean one, just wipe the pigeon droppings off on the grass. Okay, so I go to Krusty Burger right here. And I have what you asked for. A sophisticated flavor that grabs your palate and screams, "Don't think, just swallow." Okay. Talk to Beef Boss. Where is he at? Well, he would be inside the Der Burger. Right? Meow skulls, blah 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 blah. That doesn't help. Yeah, I always appreciate the support that y'all give me. It's always very helpful. Even just stopping in and say hi. I appreciate it. Okay, where is it at? Am I missing something here? So I know the Simpsons house is over there. Der Burger's right here. Okay. Where's the ping? Where's the ping? Where is it at? It's no help. I see. It's like the ping just doesn't do anything for you. I got Chinatown over here. Gym, meow squirrels. Concert going on. Radioactive Man. What in the tarnations? Okay. I'm gonna jump in a car. It's gonna be quicker to find it. Could have sworn it was like right here, right? You know, if like if Fortnite knew what would help is if like they give you a more of a like a fast track to how to get there. This is my hotel. I remember coming out this way. Or was it the other way? Alright, finally made it back to Durburger. This competition with Krusty Krab sent me soaring with speculation, new heights of burger alchemy. Okay. Join me, friend, in a char-grilled ecstasy of garden and beefy delights. Grab a burger from my truck and hand it to anyone. Okay. So just go to his truck. That's not helping. Well, that's not helping. Alright. You gotta get a burger from a burger truck, but how do you get one from the truck? Maybe you get it from here, actually. Yeah. And hand it to anyone. Maybe if I hand it to Homer, that would be a better option. Two buns on an all beef patty, a fat line of drool trickles down from my mouth. Vote for Durburger or Krusty Burger on the voting board, which I'm guessing that's a task board. Where would a voting board even be? This is it right here, right? Okay. I gotta talk to Homer again. Yeah, it glitched out for a second, which is crazy. Alright. So task complete. Okay, so it's just basically just go and just do whatever else from there. Go to the task board. All that kind of stuff. I don't think it really gave me too many points to be able to... I mean, it gave me some. Almost enough for one. But I mean, it's just like they expect you to do so much in order to get all these. Which is just crazy. I mean, you would have to spend a lengthy amount of time to do all this. And I don't think I would spend that much time. Honestly. Okay. Alright, now that I got him... Alright. Unplug that. Go back to keyboard and mouse. Alright. So that's pretty much what you do in Brick Life in order to get all that set up and done. And then, let's go to... do some blitz. I'll just do a quick match. A sidekick. I mean, all you have to do is, if you don't want your sidekick on there, you just clear it out. Gets rid of it. And then you were talking about the item shop. So this is what's in the item shop. Who was asking that? The collector. So you got Bart Simpson. You got Piggly Slippies. You got Teen Titans are back in the shop. Autumn. All this good stuff. I know you might not actually still be in there, but I figured I would just kind of show you guys. Show you what's going on with it. And then they do have the skate park royalty pack is back, and the Diamond Diva pack. So Diamond Diva pack hasn't been in the shop for quite a while. Got all that good stuff. Alright. And I think, yeah. Alright. And what is this guy's name again? His name is the Blinky Fish Stick. Radioactive Blinky Fish Stick. Hold on 1 second. I think he actually had a wrap. Did he not? I feel like he does have a wrap, but maybe it's, yeah, it's this one right here. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, so after I've been playing Fortnite for some time, I'm gonna go and end up playing some Arc Raiders tomorrow. I'm level 20 or 19 on there. I did play some last night, so I definitely had a lot going on with that. I went from level 10 to 20. And then I think I'll play about maybe like 2 hours of it. But like what I'm probably going to do is do a couple of solo raids, and then I'll do a couple of raids with randoms and stuff like that too. And what I did notice, Brickman, hello, welcome in. What I did notice is that when you're playing Brick Life, the servers are not as intensive. So like any internet that you're using, it won't be as intense, I guess, for like all the settings and whatnot. It's crazy to finally be able to utilize my gaming monitor to the full extent, because I'm doing 360 FPS on it, and yeah, it is 1080p, but I mean, most video games currently right now don't really give 4K. And if I wanted to, I do have another monitor that, if I have a 4K game that I would end up playing, I could always just use this one and use 4K. So it's not that serious. You wanna go there? We can go there. You wanna go there? We can go there. Lego you up? Oh yeah, for sure. You know it. Alright, so put this over here. worry, I got you. How you doing today, though, Ken? Did you kill him? Did you knock him? I guess he did. Yo, what is happening to all my teammates, bro? Now I gotta reboot all y'all. Yeah, I figured I was gonna die in that one. I don't know what happened to all my teammates. They just like died out of nowhere. It was so super random. Super random, bro. Alright, let's see. I don't think I got any other ones, yeah. Alright, I am level 21, and today is the 4th day. So I think what I'm going to start doing, yeah, because they do have the new ranked stuff, so I think I'll do, I think it's reload that they have, right? Yeah, ranked, oh, that's 0 builds. Do they still have the ranked reload? Yeah, they do. I think it's reset, yeah, so it is reset. No, it's not reset yet. I gotta figure out when they'll reset this, because what I want to do is do the ranked for this, because what they'll pretty much do is like the ranked for each season resets, you know, but it's like the regular ranked will reset. The ranked reload has like a different resetting. So what I usually do now, so it saves me time. I don't have time to be, you know, playing ranked that much, or to be really, you know, putting that much effort into it. Because I usually only have a good amount of time to play, like 1 or 2 hours per day. You know, and if I'm playing multiple games, you know, I'm playing Arc Raiders, so I'm level 21 on this, level 20 on that. I spent 8 hours after playing this yesterday on Arc Raiders, and I got like 10 levels just off of that. Um, but yeah, it was, you know, a learning curve. I'm learning all the mechanics on that, so it was definitely something to learn. But yeah, I'm gonna, you know, be jumping around. I do have Rocket League I want to finish a couple of things on, so I got that going. I do want to get the Astro Van before it resets. So yeah, it's, you know, it's just a big process on doing everything. Um, you know, finally having, you know, being able to use my console. I might end up doing Rocket League at some point. I'm not entirely sure. I do have it available to download for my PC, but I don't know if I want to do that, you know. I did download Overwatch onto my PC, but that was before I was able to fix, you know, the connection issue with my capture card. So, Renee, welcome in, welcome. How you doing today? But yeah, with the capture card, I finally figured it out. So if you guys, you know, are trying to use a capture card into your PC or, you know, whatever, you know, it's definitely, there's a workaround. You have to, it depends on which capture card you're using. I know if it's an Elgato capture card, you specifically have to go and you have to download an app. So if you're using it to stream onto your PC, you have to download an app to then, it's kind of like mirroring the image on into your PC. Because when you try to use the Elgato software, it's not going to work in tandem. It might be an issue with PC or something. Maybe like it's a certain driver I have to fix or whatever, or like update, or the update is what ruined it. But I used to be able to stream directly into my Mac Mini, which, you know, is like so much older, but it was able to work that way, which is just kind of weird that it worked that way. So I have to try to figure out like if there was something I did specifically to get it to work. I know I used to have an issue with that too, and I remember I took time to fix it. I just don't really have time to do it on my PC, so I'm gonna try to do some more research, because I know PC is slightly different in those capabilities, and getting like the workarounds are easier and stuff like that. But yeah, just figuring that out. When it comes to adding, you know what? Yeah. Have I seen you in here before? I'm trying to remember. Um, what I usually do is I do have like when I'm playing and I'm doing like matches with people, I do have like a wheel of names that I do pull up now, since like this month I started doing that. And so like if I'm playing and there's enough people in the chat and stuff like that, you have to be subscribed to me. That's the first thing. And then, you know, like if I'm going to be playing, you know, I'll then add you on there. Currently right now I won't accept the request or anything like that, but if I do see you in here again and I'll be actively playing a match, you know, and I have like spaces open, I will end up doing that. Like right now I'm going to be logging off anyways. But if I do see you in here again and you want to play, then yeah, I'll add you. You know, if I don't have anyone that's actively playing right now or anything like that. So, but yeah, I definitely will end up doing that. Yeah, today I was just like taking it easy. You did sub, okay. So I know that tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Arc Raiders, and then I'll probably jump back into Fortnite, maybe like the day after that, which would be Friday, I believe, because today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, so I should be back on Fortnite on Friday for sure. And then if I end up seeing you there, then yeah, I'll end up adding people. I have like a wheel of names. It's like an online thing, and then I'll just put your name in there if you're, you know, if you're added in, you know, I'll, you know, accept it and stuff like that. So hopefully see you there then. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully, you're having a good one. Yeah, I mean, I would add people right now, but I'm logging off anyway, so it doesn't really make too much sense to do that. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you subscribing. I'm finally at like at least 610, which is just like absolutely crazy. I don't even know how many I have now. 614. So I got 4 subscribers, so you're one of them today. I appreciate you subscribing. I don't know if you subscribed before or today, whichever one. You have a good night as well, Renee. Yeah, I mean it's just crazy. So I got last month I got 100 subscribers, which was a first for me. It usually takes me the whole year to get to that. I think getting a PC, doing a whole bunch of different things and stuff like that definitely boosted my creator I guess like mojo. So it's interesting to see what has happened. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that does stop by, even just showing some love. I do get a hater every once in a while. I did have someone jump in and start talking trash, but it is what it is. I'm just like whatever. Thanks for the view. It helps the algorithm. If you're gonna be talking in my chat and whatnot, it helps. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be doing some more Arc Raiders tomorrow. I might do 2 days of that because I definitely want to try to get as high as I can. And obviously, there's a lot of learning curve to that. So that's one of the things I do because I have my console now set up, and so I can finally use my my account on Marvel Rivals. That'll be another thing. I did play it about like a week ago, and the settings that I did set up, I guess, worked, and then now it didn't work anymore. So I had to use like a mirroring image. So I'm going to be using a different software and stuff like that. So that's the one way I'm going to end up doing it. Yo, Joel, welcome in. I was going to play, but I'm actually ending it right now. I did play. I did some Lego Brick Life, and then I played like one match of Blitz. I will end up adding people. So like probably on Friday, I'll be back playing Fortnite. I don't know if you have Arc Raiders, but I'm going to be playing that for probably the next 2 days. Arc Raiders tomorrow for sure. Thursday I might do Marvel Rivals, and then Friday I'll end up doing Fortnite again. But if you're on at that time, I did just have someone else, Renee, ask the same question if you wanted to play. So I'll definitely be doing that. If you're in the chat on Friday, I'll try to do it at like 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll try to play then. And if you're there, if there's multiple people trying to play, I'll cycle through, like I'll be the main person of it, and then I'll cycle like 3 players every couple of matches and stuff like that. Might even end up like streaming for like 2 hours and then kind of just end it there. But yeah, if you're there around that time, then we could do that. But I have to make sure that you're subscribed, so I do play with subscribers. I don't, play with people that are just, randoms that just pop in. There's plenty of people that do that. They try to just come into chat and say, oh, can I play? And then they're not subscribed, and they're just trying to grief. So I do appreciate you stopping in, trying to, get my subscriber count up, which is, pretty cool. I did gain 4 today, 5 today. So that's pretty cool. And then yesterday I got 10, so that's pretty cool. I appreciate you subscribing. That was probably because I had just checked, and yeah, that was probably you that popped in. It's always appreciated for sure. So most likely, unless something happens with the servers on either Marvel Rivals or Arc Raiders, which I doubt there'll be any issues with it, since Marvel Rivals really hasn't had any issues, and Arc Raiders is a new game, so I'll most likely just be jumping back on Fortnite on Friday, which is kind of the thing that I've been talking about for a while, is Fortnite Fridays. And like I talked about it probably like 2 years ago. I was like, if I had a PC, I'd probably play more games, and then I would have like Friday specifically for Fortnite, and I would call it like Fortnite Fridays. And then, lo and behold, Fortnite decides to do that, which is just like really crazy. So it's pretty interesting, to see like either it's, great minds think alike type of idea, or, they literally, one of them was watching, they're like, oh, this would be great, and they used it, So I even thought about like other games that have specific titles, and just kind of like use those, to kind of talk about that. It is pretty interesting because like even there's a skin that I had gotten in Fortnite that's like official but unofficial. So one of my subscribers, I think it was like 2 years ago or something, maybe even like 3 years ago. It was like when I first started doing YouTube. He basically, like told me that his dad, I guess, worked for Epic, and then he was just like, oh, I'm going to talk to my dad and make sure that you get a skin and all that stuff. But like his parents were separated, so he was like, one day he would be over at his mom's, and his mom was like, I don't want you to play Fortnite. And I think she was saying that because like they were divorced, and because like the dad worked at Epic, so like she just hated that. But he, I guess, like talked to his dad, and then like his dad like got into chat and was just like, oh, we're gonna like do this, that, and the other. And so like his mom was like getting really agitated about like him watching streamers playing Fortnite and him playing Fortnite. So some other stuff happened with that, but like they told me, oh, it's going to be releasing on this day, and they kind of like reworked a skin and kind of like gave some of my likeness to it, and then they basically like released it, and they told me what day it was going to release. So I kind of did a stream based off of that. And so like I have a skin that's official, unofficial type of thing. What does that even mean? Well, like one of the workers at Epic basically like reached out to me, and they kind of like did it like under the table. Like they're like, is it okay if like we use like part of your name for it? So like they aren't gonna give me any money for it. I was like, yeah, it would be cool. I'm a small creator, so I only had, I think, maybe 200 subscribers at the time. So it was kind of just like, because there's a whole bunch of like NDA stuff they would have to sign, and I was like, you can use my name in some form if you want to, and the Barrett skin, I can show it to you real quick. If I can find it. This one right here. Because originally they did a lot of a design with this, but like the hair was like really long. There's some stuff that they had on the skin that they didn't really do much with. But during when I first started doing clips and stuff like that, it was basically I had my hair pretty much parted in the middle. Now I do it more like parted on the side. But I was like wearing glasses, not wearing glasses. I was going back and forth. So, and Barrett actually stands for bear. So, yeah. I actually work on The Bear, like the TV show. So that's also another cool thing, which is just like super ironic. Like I became an actor before I started streaming. And then I just, I have a lot of, time outside of doing that. Like I work multiple jobs, but like that's one of the things that I do. So it's, it's really interesting. It's kind of just like I started working on The Bear. I think it was right after I got this. And then, yeah, it was just, It's funny too because like this skin came out before Nick A30, before like all these other content creators got a skin. So it's official, unofficial type of skin. So interesting enough. And then yeah, I mean outside of that, what movies am I in? So there, like I did a lot of when I first started doing stuff. I did a lot of like extras. Like I was an extra in a lot of stuff. And that's kind of where a lot of people do start out. Like Brad Pitt started out as an extra. Johnny Depp started out as an extra. Like a lot of them started out as an extra. And so I did that a lot. So like a lot of the Chicago shows I've worked on, like, but I don't really, they do say like background artists, which is like an extra. They do call them like background actors. I don't really consider it like me myself because I've worked in that position before I became an actor. I consider being an actual actor is like when you actually have lines in something. So there was like a Toyota commercial I've had lines in. I've also had lines in a TV show, but I was off screen. So I was like basically reading the lines and helping out for the scene. I was a stand-in is what they call it. So a stand-in, basically you stand in for the actors to create the scene. And then as soon as everything's set up with the lighting and all that stuff, then they take the act, like you basically play out the role for the actor. And they kind of like, they see what works and they watch the camera. So like I have actors actually watching me, directors watching me, and they're like seeing what works and stuff like that. And then they put the actual actors in, and then like there's actually some movies that I was in that kind of like I added some extra stuff in movies that like it's in there, like forever pretty much. And so like on the Bear, for instance, there was a part where I was setting up a scene and it was from last season, and so there's like this robot that comes over, right? And the main actor, well, not the main actor, but like the secondary main actor, Cuz is what they call him. He basically goes and he's like reading something. He's like writing in his notepad, and this like delivery robot comes by, and he kind of like looks at it, and like kind of like get out of here type of thing. And so I was messing around and I was kind of just telling him like it would be, because there was somebody that was controlling the robot, and I was like, it would be really funny is if like either like we both look at each other, like the robot and like the actor looks at it, or you just have the robot does that, And so I kind of like told that to the guy that was working the actual robot, and he basically brought it up to the creator of the show, and they were like, yeah, that would actually be pretty funny. So like they added that in. There's like stuff in different shows that I've helped out with, and like movies even. There's a movie called The Trial of the Chicago 7, and there's a scene where I basically added in, like the producer and director, like they loved it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's a little tidbit about it. You gotta go. I'll be back on Friday. Probably see you then. Maybe good luck with streaming. I appreciate it, Joel. Appreciate you stopping in, having a little chat. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna end it anyways, but yeah, I appreciate you. Let's see. Other than that, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I did talk for an extra 10 minutes. I try to do that sometimes, and then sometimes I try not to, but I appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate if you guys follow, like, and subscribe to me over on all platforms. I do stream on TikTok, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. So mostly YouTube is where I'm getting a lot of the chatters, which, definitely saw that one coming with all the other platforms overly saturated. YouTube was kind of like the first thing that came out, and then now it's just like not as saturated as all the other ones. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Other than that, I appreciate if you guys use my supported creator code in the Fortnite and Epic Games Store. That's going to be Jeffrey with 2 E's, Barrett with 2 R's and 2 T's. You could also use that to find me on all platforms. I made sure that all the platforms I had the same name. A lot of different games, they don't have a right amount of characters, so I might just use like different names here or there and just kind of go from there. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. I do try to change it up a little bit, even on Fortnite. So hopefully you guys have a good one, have a good night, and I will see you guys.